5 people, 5 hidden identities. Vincent Marks, real estate mogul, tuxedo perfectly tailored, heading to his own charity gala. Elena Torres, event coordinator, clipboard in hand, checking her phone constantly. David Kim, tech entrepreneur, 32, uncomfortable in formal wear. Margaret Hayes, wealthy socialite, 73, dripping in diamonds. And Alex Carter, journalist, or so the press badge says. They enter the Meridian Tower's penthouse elevator at 8:47 p.m. Polite nods. Awkward silence. The doors close. The elevator climbs. Floor 5, floor 10, floor 15. And then, darkness. The elevator lurches to a stop. Emergency lights flicker on, bathing everything in blood-red glow. And Alex Carter, the journalist, speaks. Nobody move. One of you is wearing a wire. One of you is a federal agent. And one of you is here to kill Vincent Marks. 5 people, 5 versions of the truth, and 30 minutes to figure out which version keeps them alive. Because in a locked elevator with an assassin, the only way out is through the truth, or through each other. The Meridian Tower stood on the waterfront like a steel and glass monument to wealth. 42 stories of luxury condos, executive offices, and at the very top, the Skyline Ballroom, where tonight's charity gala promised champagne, 7-figure donations, and the kind of networking that moved markets. 8:47 p.m. Ground floor lobby. 5 people approach the penthouse elevator, the express that only service floors 20 and above, bypassing the common areas where regular people worked. Passenger 1, Vincent Marks, 58 years old, silver hair perfectly styled, tuxedo custom fitted, confidence that came from never being told no. Real estate developer, owner of Marks Properties, the company that had transformed the waterfront from industrial decay to luxury living. He carried nothing, no phone, no wallet. Men like Vincent didn't carry things. Other people carried things for them. Passenger 2, Elena Torres, 36, wearing a black cocktail dress and sensible heels, clipboard tucked under her arm, phone in hand checking the gala seating chart for the 100th time. Event coordinator for prestige events. She'd planned tonight's gala. Every detail, every contingency. She was efficient, invisible, the kind of person wealthy people relied on but never remembered. Passenger 3, David Kim, 32, tech entrepreneur, black tuxedo that looked rented, bow tie slightly crooked. Founder of Dataflow, a startup that analyzed real estate markets using AI. He'd been invited to the gala as a potential investor target. First time at this level of wealth. Nervous energy radiated from him. Passenger 4, Margaret Hayes, 73 years old, silver hair in an elegant updo, vintage Chanel gown, diamond necklace that could fund a small hospital. Old money, the kind that predated the Marks Properties boom. She attended every charity gala, wrote checks with zeros most people couldn't count, and asked no questions about where the money actually went. Passenger 5, Alex Carter, 28, dark suit, press credentials hanging from a lanyard, camera bag over one shoulder. Freelance journalist covering the gala for the society pages. Or that was the story. Alex had sharp eyes that took in everything, cataloged everyone. They entered the elevator together, a confluence of schedules and social obligation. The penthouse elevator was spacious. Mirrored walls on 3 sides creating infinite reflections, polished chrome handrails, digital display showing floor numbers. Capacity for 12 though 5 felt intimate. Polite nods. No conversación. The unwritten rules of elevator etiquette. Eyes forward, minimal acknowledgement. Pretend you're alone despite being inches from strangers. Vincent pressed 40. The top. Everyone else's destination by default. The gala was the only thing happening tonight at that altitude. The doors whispered shut. The elevator began its smooth ascent. Floor 5, floor 10, The digital display counted up. Vincent checked his reflection in the mirrored wall, adjusted his cufflinks. Margaret stood perfectly still. Decades of finishing school, teaching her how to occupy space with grace. Elena scrolled through her phone, stress radiating despite her composed exterior. David shifted his weight, uncomfortable with silence. Alex watched everyone through the reflection, camera bag held carefully. Floor 15. The elevator lurched. A grinding sound, metal on metal. The lights cut out. Darkness, complete. The kind that makes you forget where you are, which direction is up. Then, emergency lighting kicked in. Red LED strips along the floor edges, creating an eerie crimson glow that turned the mirrored elevator into something from a nightmare. 5 people, reflected infinitely in blood-red light. What the hell? David's voice cracked. Emergency stop, Elena said, already moving to the panel. She pressed the alarm button. Nothing. Pressed the emergency phone. Dead. Phone's not working. Vincent's voice remained calm, controlled. The building's backup system should kick in within minutes. We just need to wait. No. Alex Carter stepped forward, and something in the movement made everyone instinctively step back. We don't have minutes. We have about 30 before this elevator becomes a tomb. What are you talking about? Margaret's aristocratic composure cracked slightly. Alex reached into the camera bag. Everyone tensed. But instead of a weapon, Alex pulled out a small electronic device. Held it up. The screen glowed in the red light. Audio waveform, actively recording. This is a wire, federal grade, and one of you is wearing it. Silence, the kind that presses against your ears. Vincent's face went carefully blank. I don't know what kind of stunt. Not a stunt, an investigation. FBI has been building a case against Mark's properties for 3 years. Money laundering, bribery, construction fraud. And tonight, they're making their move. One of you, Alex looked at each person, is an undercover federal agent. Recording everything. That's insane, David said. But his eyes darted between the others, calculating. Is it? Alex's voice was cold. Vincent Marks is dirty. Everyone in real estate knows it. The question is, which one of you is here to bring him down? Elena spoke carefully. If that's true, then who are you? Really? Good question. Alex smiled without warmth. Because if there's a Fed in this elevator, there's also someone here to make sure Vincent doesn't live to be arrested. An assassin, hired by the people Vincent's about to flip on. Margaret's hand went to her necklace, a nervous gesture that seemed out of place on someone usually so composed. You're saying one of us is a killer? I'm saying 2 of us have jobs to do tonight. A Fed here to arrest Vincent, an assassin here to kill him. And the other 2, Alex looked at Elena and David, are just unlucky. Vincent finally spoke, his voice tight. Even if I believe this insanity, why would you know about it? Because I'm the 3rd player. Alex pulled back the jacket, revealed a shoulder holster. Gun visible, private security, hired by someone who wants Vincent alive long enough to testify. My job, identify the assassin before they make their move. The red emergency lighting cast everyone in accusatory shadows. The mirrors created a kaleidoscope of suspicious faces, infinite versions of the same trapped moment. Prove your private security, Vincent demanded. Prove you're not a criminal, Alex shot back. We're past credentials. Someone in this elevator is here to kill you. We have maybe 25 minutes before the backup systems fail to restart, and this elevator becomes your coffin. So we're going to figure out who's who. Fast. David pulled out his phone. I'm calling 911. No signal, Elena said quietly. She'd already checked. We're in a dead zone. Between floors, steel cage. The building's construction blocks everything. Convenient, Margaret observed. Almost like someone planned it. Someone did. Alex moved to the center of the small space, forcing everyone to face each other. The assassin. This isn't a malfunction. This is an execution chamber. And we're all witnesses or accomplices. Vincent's corporate mask finally cracked, showing fear beneath. If you're really security, get us out of here. Can't. Elevator's been overridden remotely. Only way out is the emergency hatch. Alex pointed up. A small panel in the ceiling, but that leads to the shaft. 40 stories of darkness and cables. And even if we tried, the assassin would make their move. Better to smoke them out here. Then do it, Elena said, her event coordinator efficiency cutting through. You said one of us is a federal agent. Who? Alex studied each face. Could be any of you. Feds train their undercovers to blend perfectly. Could be you, David countered. You're the one who showed up with a gun and accusations. Could be, Alex agreed. So let's eliminate suspects. Margaret Hayes, you've been attending Vincent's galas for 5 years. Old money, trustee of 3 museums, board member of 6 charities. Tell me, why would someone like you work undercover for the FBI? Margaret drew herself up. I wouldn't. My family built this city before people like Vincent. She glanced at him. Turned it into condos for foreign investors. I attend these galas because it's expected, not because I care. Cold, but honest. Alex turned to David. David Kimmel. Data Flow Startup. You built an algorithm that tracks suspicious real estate transactions. That algorithm flagged Vincent's companies 18 months ago. Interesting timing to suddenly get invited to his gala. David's face went pale. My algorithm is public. Anyone could see those flags. That doesn't make me FBI. No, but it makes you useful to them. A tech entrepreneur with legitimate reasons to be interested in Vincent's business. Perfect cover. I'm not a Fed. David's voice rose. I'm just a programmer who got lucky. Elena interrupted, voice sharp. This is waste of time. We're trapped, arguing about whose FBI doesn't get us out. She's right, Vincent said. Even if there is an assassin, they're not making a move while we're all watching each other. Unless they already did. Alex knelt, examined the elevator panel. This stop wasn't random. Someone triggered it. Someone with access to building systems. Alex looked up at Elena. You planned this gala. You had access to the building for weeks. Security codes, elevator schedules, everything. Elena's professional mask slipped. You think I'm the assassin? I think you're the only one with technical means. I'm an event coordinator. Elena's clipboard clattered to the floor. I plan parties. Zitting chats. Caterers. I don't kill people. Then who are you really? Margaret asked quietly. Because Alex is right. You've had access to everything. And you've been very calm for someone trapped in an elevator with a potential killer. Elena looked at each face. Mirrors reflected her expression infinitely. Trapped, cornered, decision made. Fine. You want truth. She reached behind her back, pulled out a small pistol from a concealed holster. FBI. Special Agent Elena Torres. And yes, I'm wearing a wire. Everyone stepped back instinctively. Elena kept the gun lowered, non-threatening. I've been investigating Mark's properties for 2 years, embedded as an event coordinator. Tonight was the arrest. Vincent's gala, surrounded by press and wealthy witnesses. Cleaned, public, no room for him to run. Then the elevator stopped. Someone, she looked at Alex, screwed up the operation. I didn't screw up anything, Alex said coldly. I'm here because the Donovan Syndicate hired an assassin to kill Vincent before he could testify. And that assassin is in this elevator. Vincent finally spoke, his voice hollow. The Donovans. Christ, I'm a dead man. Only if we don't identify who they sent, Elena said. She kept her gun visible, but pointed at the floor. Alex Carter, if you're really private security, who hired you? Vincent's lawyer. 3 days ago, said Vincent was planning to cooperate with federal investigation. Wanted protection before the arrest. Elena's eyes narrowed. Vincent's lawyer is Thomas Bradford. I know him. He wouldn't hire private security without telling me. Maybe he didn't trust you, Alex suggested. Or maybe Bradford's compromised too, Margaret interrupted, her voice showing age for the first time. Could we perhaps focus on not dying? If there's truly an assassin here, they're listening to all this. They know Elena's FBI. They know Vincent's cooperating. They know Alex is security. That leaves David and me as potential suspects. All eyes turned to David and Margaret. David raised his hands. I'm not an assassin. I'm a tech entrepreneur. I write code. Anyone can be trained to kill, Alex said. And the Donovans are known for recruiting civilians. People who don't have the tells of professionals. I barely passed gym class. David's voice cracked. I couldn't assassinate someone if I wanted to. Margaret! Elena's gun shifted slightly, not quite pointing but ready. You've been very quiet. Margaret smiled sadly. I'm 73 years old. I have arthritis in both hands. I couldn't operate a weapon if you handed me one. Besides, I've known men like Vincent my entire life. They're not worth killing. They destroy themselves eventually. Vincent's face reddened. I've done nothing. You've done everything, Margaret interrupted. Bribed city officials, laundered money for the Donovans, displaced hundreds of families to build your glass towers. But I didn't trap us in this elevator to kill you. I just wanted one gala where I didn't have to smile at you. The elevator shuddered, a grinding sound from above. Everyone looked up. What was that? David whispered. Alex checked their watch. 20 minutes. Whoever rigged this has a timeline. Elena moved to the panel again. Tried the emergency systems. Still dead. Someone's controlling this remotely. Sophisticated override. That takes technical knowledge. All eyes went back to David. No. David backed against the mirrored wall. I program AI for real estate analysis. I don't hack elevators. But you could, Vincent said quietly. Your algorithm accesses building systems to pull data. You'd know how. Knowing how doesn't mean I did it. David pulled out his phone, held it up. Look, no signal. I can't control anything. Alex grabbed David's wrist, examined the phone. This model has satellite backup. Expensive, unnecessary for someone who works from home. I travel. I need reliable coverage. Or you need off-grid communication. Alex pressed the phone's side button. It lit up, signal present. Satellites not blocked by building structure. David jerked his hand back. Fine. I have satellite. That doesn't make me a killer. It makes you the only one who could be communicating with outside, Elena said, her gun now definitely pointed at David. Who are you calling? No one. I haven't made any calls. Check his recent activity, Alex suggested. Elena moved forward carefully. Give me the phone. David clutched it. This is insane. Give me the phone or I shoot you for obstructing a federal investigation. Elena's voice left no room for argument. Slowly, David handed it over. Elena checked the call log, messages, apps. Her face changed. There's a timer running. Background app. Encrypted. I don't know anything about that. Alex looked at the display. It's counting down. 12 minutes. 12 minutes until what? Margaret asked. Until the elevator cable releases, Vincent said quietly. He'd moved to the corner, was examining something. I've seen these systems. Emergency brake holds the car for 30 minutes after power loss. After that, if power isn't restored, the brake releases. Safety protocol to prevent fires. The car drops into the basement catch system. We'll survive that though, David said desperately. Not if someone disabled the catch system, Alex said, which a good assassin would do. We drop 42 floors. Impact kills everyone. Makes it look like a mechanical failure. Elena checked her wire. I'm broadcasting all this. FBI knows. FBI's 20 minutes away minimum, Alex said. We have 12. Silence. The red emergency lighting seemed darker somehow, blood thick. Margaret spoke softly. David, tell them who you are. Everyone turned to her. Mrs. Hayes? David's voice was small. Tell them, or I will. David's shoulders sagged. I'm not David Kim. That's just a cover identity. My real name is Daniel Park. I work for Donovan's Syndicate. Digital security. I was sent to. He looked at Vincent. I was sent to make sure you never testify. Vincent lunged at him. Elena caught Vincent, held him back. How? How does dropping the elevator kill me without killing you? Daniel smiled bitterly. I wasn't supposed to be in the elevator. I was supposed to trigger it remotely once you were inside. But Mrs. Hayes, he looked at Margaret, insisted I accompany her. Said she needed help with her coat. I couldn't refuse without looking suspicious. Margaret's face was serene. I knew. 3 weeks ago, Daniel approached me at a museum gala. Said he was interested in real estate. Asked too many questions about Vincent's schedule. I'm old, not stupid, so when I saw him at the lobby tonight, I made sure we rode together. Why? Elena demanded. Because I'm tired of men like Vincent and organizations like the Donovans destroying things. If this boy was here to kill Vincent, I wanted to ensure he faced consequences, even if that meant riding into danger myself. Alex checked the timer on Daniel's phone. 8 minutes. Can you override the cable release? Daniel shook his head. It's automated. Triggered when the timer hits 0. I can't stop it. Then we climb. Elena moved to the emergency hatch in the ceiling. Elevator shaft. We climb down to the nearest floor. That's 40 feet in darkness with moving cables, Vincent said. You're insane. I'm afraid. Climbing is part of training. You're coming with me. She pointed at Daniel. You're under arrest. You're climbing too. Alex examined the hatch. It's locked. Security measure. Needs a key or... Alex pulled out the gun, aimed at the lock. Wait! Margaret called out. You shoot that lock. The ricochet could kill someone. The mirrors, bullets will bounce everywhere. Alex lowered the gun. Then we need another way. 6 minutes. Elena tried the panel again. Everything's still dead. She turned to Daniel. You programmed this. There must be a manual override. There is. Outside the elevator. Access panel on floor 16. Helpful, Vincent said bitterly. We're inside the elevator. 4 minutes. David, Daniel, suddenly laughed. Hysterical edge. We're all going to die. The Donovans, the FBI, private security, old money and new money. All of us. Because I made sure this elevator becomes a tomb. There must be something, Elena said, but her voice carried less certainty. Alex checked the emergency hatch again. If I could force it, the elevator shuddered. Another grinding sound. The floor tilted slightly. 3 minutes, Daniel said, checking his phone. Cable brake is loosening. The weight of the elevator is straining it. Margaret sat down carefully on the floor, her diamonds catching the red emergency light. I've lived 73 years. If this is where it ends, I've had enough time. I haven't. David's voice broke. I'm 32. I was just doing a job. A job that kills people, Elena said coldly. 2 minutes. Vincent slumped against the wall. I should have taken the deal. FBI protection. Witness relocation. but I thought I was smart enough to play both sides. You weren't, Alex said simply. 1 minute. Elena tried the emergency phone one more time. Still dead. She looked at the hatch, at the locked panel, at Daniel's phone with its countdown. 30 seconds. I'm sorry, Margaret said to no one in particular. I thought I was being clever, protecting people. Instead, I trapped everyone. 20 seconds. The elevator shuddered again. The tilting increased. Gravity's pull becoming obvious. 10 seconds. Elena grabbed Vincent. If we survive, you're testifying. No deals. No dilas. If we survive, Vincent agreed. 5 seconds. Daniel closed his eyes. Alex gripped the handrail. Margaret sat peacefully. Elena held Vincent's arm. Bzz. The cable brake released with a sound like screaming metal. The elevator dropped. 3 inches. Stopped. Emergency lighting brightened. Regular lights flickered on. The digital display lit up. Floor 16. The doors opened. Detective Ray Chandler stood outside with 6 FBI agents, guns drawn. FBI, hands up. Elena stepped out first, hands visible, badge held up. Special Agent Torres. Undercover operation compromised. I have the suspect, Daniel Park, Donovan's syndicate assassin. Ray's team secured Daniel, cuffed him. Vincent was cuffed too, arrest protocol. Margaret was helped to her feet, escorted out gently. Alex Carter was cuffed as well, holding a weapon in a federal investigation. Ray looked at Elena. You cut it close. Someone overrode my timeline, Elena said. Daniel rigged the elevator to drop. We had 12 minutes. We've been monitoring through the building systems, Ray said. Took time to override Daniel's programming. Elevator was never going to drop more than a few inches. Catch system was active, but we let you all think it was real. Elena stared at him. You let us think we were going to die? We needed Daniel to confess. Needed Vincent to agree to cooperate. Needed everyone's guard down. Ray shrugged. Worked, didn't it? Vincent was led away, already demanding his lawyer. Daniel was escorted separately, silent now. Margaret refused medical attention, simply walked to her car with the dignity of someone who'd survived worse. Alex Carter's credentials were checked. Private security license was legitimate. Released after questioning. Elena sat in the lobby, paperwork in front of her, hands shaking from adrenaline crash. Ray brought her coffee. Hell of an undercover op, he said. Hell of a way to end it. Elena sipped the coffee. 30 months playing event coordinator. All leading to 12 minutes in an elevator. Got the confession though. Daniel Park and Vincent Marks both on tape. Donovan's syndicate's going down. Elena nodded. Thought about the elevator. The mirrors. The red lighting. 5 people with 5 versions of truth, stripped down to their essential selves in 6 feet of steel. The elevator, she said quietly. It's a witness. Ray raised an eyebrow. What? The elevator. Security cameras inside, recording everything, every word, every confession. It saw everything, recorded everything, even when we thought we were dying. Ray smiled slightly. Silent witness. Like everything in this city. Buildings, elevators, objects. They all see, all remember. Yeah. Elena finished her coffee. They do. 3 months later, Vincent Marks testified against the Donovan Syndicate. 18 arrests. RICO charges. The organization dismantled. Daniel Park took a plea deal. 20 years in exchange for details on Donovan operations. Margaret Hayes donated $5 million to a victims fund for families displaced by Marks Properties developments. Alex Carter disappeared back into private security. Identity once again a carefully maintained fiction. And Elena Torres, Special Agent Elena Torres, was promoted to lead investigator. Her next assignment, another undercover operation. Different city, different target, same pattern of lies and truth colliding. But sometimes, late at night, she thought about that elevator, the Meridian Tower's penthouse car, the red emergency lighting, 5 people trapped together, forced to reveal who they really were. Every building she entered now, she looked at elevators differently, saw them as witnesses, steel boxes that carry secrets vertically through the city, listening to conversations people think are private, recording confessions people think are unheard, silent witnesses, going up, going down, carrying truth, whether people want it revealed or not. The elevator in the Meridian Tower still operates, still carries people to the penthouse, still has those mirror walls that reflect infinity. But now there's a plaque inside, small, brass, easy to miss, in memory of the night truth couldn't escape. Even when we thought we could, nobody knows what it means. Nobody asks, but Elena knows, Ray knows, and somewhere in a prison cell, Daniel Park knows. The elevator remembers, and in the city of silent witnesses, memory is the most reliable evidence of all.